Yes, in sync hits 96.1. We are live on the Miguel and Holly Facebook page for Queen City Confessions.
Ready for some secrets?
Here's the first one. I know this is the most ridiculous confession y'all are going to get.
Okay.
But I would never tell another soul that I do this. If I'm at a restaurant and they describe the food as encrusted or smeared, I will not order it.
Oh.
Sometimes I've gotten up and left a restaurant before because they describe the chicken parmesan as moist. These words should not be used to describe food. It grossed me out so much. Now that's special.
That's something. But but those words, just because they sound weird to your ear, do you want dry chicken? That's all.
Or else, how would you describe encrusted?
I never hear it called encrusted. I always hear panko crusted or like pretzel crusted. And I love that because it sounds like it's going to be such a crispy, crusty thing.
I'm curious, will you not eat something because of how it's described on the menu? Because I've never heard of this before.
It's definitely just some little thing in your brain.
Text hits in your message to 96893. Here's another Queen City confession. So my confession, which I always listen, never thought I would actually send one in.
Ooh, okay.
I still have feelings for my son's mother that I'm not with. We were together for a while, but we were best friends before we got together. And that's what's been so hard, is because we've both moved on and I want to keep that respect. But God, do I miss my best friend? That's always the hard part when you decide to get into a relationship with your best friend, because that sometimes seems like the most logical thing. Because I'm assuming, these are all assumptions here, that you are a heterosexual couple.
Right.
And so you're friends and then you decide to go down that path. But that's always the danger.
You're best friends, how did it not work? I'm just so curious. What happened that it couldn't be that couldn't work out? What happened that you guys are apart? And yeah, I just have a lot of questions about that.
That actually is a good thing to throw out. If you tried to get with your best friend, why didn't it work out? Because I feel
especially when there's a child involved, because you've got layers together and you would think you could make it work because you're friends first.
Text hits in that message to 96893 if you've ever tried to get with your ex, but it didn't work out, because you know each other. So why couldn't you all work through it?
I have a lot of questions about that. Okay.
Here's the last confession. I know my wife. Actually, let me give you the kid warning right here. Okay.
Oh boy.
I know my wife has been bleeping my best friend.
Oh.
I was going through her phone last weekend trying to find a picture of us for a Valentine's Day gift when he sent her a text. She was in the shower.
Goodness.
I went back through their texts and saw the messages back and forth. I took screenshots. Yeah. I can't wait to put the text on the screen right when the Super Bowl starts at our party.
Oh boy.
Why are you trying to be messy like that?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. If you have kids together, this is not going to end well for you the rest of your life. It's going to feel good in that one moment, but then it's not.
Right.
You're going to do what you want to do, but just maybe take a step back and don't react with anger. Respond with logic.
And I will say too, think about what happens 30 minutes later after that. Because there's going to be that initial gotcha. This is what you're getting.
The party's over.
But I'm saying then you have to deal with that. And then all that comes after that with your best friend, with your wife, which obviously you need to say something.
Yes.
But doing it in front of all of your friends and family, if that's who's coming to the Super Bowl party, is that the best way to handle it?
Some people just choose violence. And I would not recommend, but you want to do what you want to do.
You got a confession you want to get off your chest? Text hits in that confession to 96893. All right, now we got to get to blown off now. Have you been checking someone out on Instagram before a date and saw something you didn't like? Well, that's basically what happened between Matt and Danny. She saw something on his Instagram that she does not agree with, but you'll never guess what this was that made her go, I cannot go out with you again. Find out what that was in Tucson.